Welcome to Uganda Breweries Limited, the home of Bell Lager and other well-known Ugandan beers. Uganda Breweries Limited, UBL, is now part of East African Breweries Limited, where its products enhance a fantastic portfolio of brands. UBL is the country's leading brewer located in Port Bell, Luzira, on the outskirts of Kampala. Since it began operations in 1946, the brewery has been continuously modernized and its operating capacity expanded. The plant currently boasts of a total brewing capacity of 1 million hectoliters per year, set to grow by 50% with ongoing investment in expansion of brewhouse. At UBL, we make every effort to ensure that our standards for the management of health and safety, hygiene, quality and environment are strictly adhered to. We are committed to providing a safe and healthy working environment to everyone who enters our sites. This video demonstrates some of the major aspects of the procedures and rules in place to ensure your health and safety while at our plant. On registration at reception, security will issue you with a temporary clip-on pass. Please keep it with you at all times while on site, as you may need it to prove your identity or to allow you access to certain parts of the factory. Your pass must be visibly displayed at all times while you are on the site. Motorists, please remember to drive with due care and attention at all times. If you are driving a private vehicle, please use the designated parking spaces. Always be on the lookout for pedestrians and other traffic and do not exceed the site speed limit. Do not park on the double yellow lines or block access points, emergency exits and fire hydrants. As a pedestrian, avoid walking under loaded forklift trucks or behind reversing vehicles. Keep clear of traffic using the clearly marked pathways. Only cross the road at the designated crossing points. Wear a high visibility vest at all times when walking around the site. Photography or video recording on site is not allowed unless you have received authorization from UBL management. Smoking is strictly prohibited on site, including smoking inside vehicles parked on site. Despite being the brewers of Uganda's best beers, consumption of alcohol, whatever its source, is not allowed on site. Prescribed drugs may affect your mental and physical performance and may present a hazard to you and others around you at the brewery. Consult a doctor or pharmacist about any drugs you have been prescribed to ensure that you understand how they may affect you. Everyone is required to wear personal protective gear at all times within the plant. Ear plugs are worn in noisy environments. Safety glasses are worn to protect the eyes from bursting bottles, sparks, chips, dust or splashing liquids. Keep shirts smartly tucked in and always wear long clothing. Wear safety footwear with a steel toe cap and midsole to protect your feet from falling or protruding objects. Reading and understanding safety signage and labels is critical when working in an environment such as ours, because what you don't know may cause you harm. Always read all labels on the containers of any substances being used, as well as all signs posted on entrance doors and around the site. There are 5 main types of safety signs. The yellow triangle warns of a danger of hazard. The red circle denotes something that is prohibited. The blue circle states that something is mandatory. The green rectangle provides information such as an emergency escape route of the location or a first aid box. The red rectangle relates to firefighting equipment. Out-of-service tags are used to prevent the use of potentially unsafe equipment and machinery in the plant. Do not start tags are used to warn you that people are still working on equipment. It is both dangerous and foolish to touch the controls or operate a forklift truck unless you are trained and authorized to do so. Remember that unsafe actions can lead to serious accidents. Certain tasks will require a permit to work. Among them are any work in a confined space, work above 2 meters high or hot work. The permit identifies the hazards associated with a particular task and the method of work, which must be followed to keep any risks to a minimum. Return all instruments and tools to their proper storage areas after use. Discard all rubbish properly in the bins provided. Remember to keep doors and emergency exits clear of any items and do not obstruct passageways. Even with the best precautions, incidents do happen and injuries may occur. Being prepared and following correct procedures is the best way to respond to any emergency. For this reason, UBL has established detailed emergency evacuation and crisis management plans. In support of these, firefighting and first aid facilities are provided at all sites with specially trained staff being in attendance. In case of an emergency in your work area, immediately raise the alarm by calling your line manager or security. Where installed, use the break glass call points to raise the alarm, especially in the case of fire. When reporting an emergency, clearly identify the exact location, the nature of the emergency, and the number of people affected. During an emergency, it is imperative that everyone remains calm. If you hear an emergency alarm, walk straight to your designated assembly area via the designated evacuation route. Specific instructions may then be given to you by a member of staff. If you come in contact with a hazardous chemical substance, go immediately to your nearest emergency shower and wash down for a minimum of 15 minutes. As a brewing and packaging company, UBL is regulated by the relevant government agencies as a food manufacturer. UBL utilizes the hazard analysis and critical control point system to identify and control food safety risks throughout the entire manufacturing process. Specific measures are then put in place to control against these risks and to ensure that our products are of the highest quality. Always practice strict personal hygiene and keep your work area clean and tidy. UBL has developed an environmental policy that commits to operating in an environmentally responsible way, which includes supporting environmental sustainability and diversity in order to protect and enhance our brands and the communities in which we work and live. Clear air, pure water, and fertile soil are essential for the natural ingredients we use for our top quality beer. Whatever you do, keep waste to a minimum and ensure that any waste that is produced is disposed of in the correct manner so that it can be recovered and recycled where possible. Keep emissions of dust, gases, odors, and vapors to a minimum. Switch off equipment when not in use to save energy. Don't waste water. Always be mindful of the environment and obey the company's environmental rules at all times. All the information you've had so far and much more besides is covered in the relevant UBL policies and procedures. If you need to know more, ask your UBL contact or manager where this information can be obtained. They will be happy to assist you. Don't take chances. If in doubt, ask.